Alright, hey guys, I'm excited to try this. Something a little different. So basically we're going to kind of go over the patch preview for the upcoming patch and kind of give our thoughts as an Iron player. So obviously we can't expect them to balance the game around Irons and Bronzes. But we have to remember a large part of the player base is down there, so I just figured it'd be kind of interesting and helpful for some lower elo players if I sit here and kind of go over and give my thoughts on the stuff. It's just going to be a little first test, just to kind of see how it does. So it'll be pretty quick and not super thorough. Also, you have to remember we're not as familiar maybe with everything. But yeah, but just something a little different. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Also, it's important to note that this patch, 11.18 and then 11.19 will be the actual Worlds patch. So naturally, those are going to be a lot more pro-focused to begin with, actually, I believe. What Jag say? Where's his original? So I guess original comments here. Just that it's a pro-focus patch, I guess. Past couple days. So I had more, but basically they wanted more exciting, more interesting, more variety, focus on pros, but don't break solo queue. We'll see how successful that is. Don't introduce changes that'll probably be reverted, and look for opportunities to open up options in the pro metagame. So again, this one specifically kind of a weird one to start with because it's not entirely for us. System buffs, Predator. Seems good. Decreasing the ramp up time from a second and a half to 1 second, and max move speed going to 60%. Umbral Glaive getting cheaper from 2600 to 2400, but it'll also be less lethal. Something I don't really use either of those, so. So nerfs Aphelios. AD decrease from 57 to 55. That's definitely a pro specific one because not much Aphelios action in low elo. In Iron and Bronze, if you see one, it's probably a Smurf, to be honest. Ashe, decreasing the cooldown on her, or increasing, excuse me, the cooldown on her W up to 18 seconds at 1. Wow. I don't think Ashe is that OP early on. So that one seems a little weird to me. Like, I know she's been getting a fair amount of play in pro, but I don't know about that one. I think it's gonna make her much less viable in low elo again. And she was the first champ I started with. That was pretty much only bot games back when I first started playing. But Camille, increasing the cooldown on her passive. I don't even know what Camille's passive is off the top of my head, so. Again, another one we don't see a lot of these you don't really see in low elo. Jace decreases damage because Jace is getting played. I feel like he's in a pretty good place right now, so I don't hate that. Calista decrease the duration of her knockup. Always good. Don't see a lot of her. Lee Sin, Nerf is AD. Lee Sin is a fucking menace in low elo. So that one I'm definitely good with. Connect and lower his stun duration. Cool. I mean, I guess. Yeah. Just trying to think. Like, With all the shit that goes on top lane these days, I don't know that that's totally necessary, but again, pro focused. We are speaking from iron, bronze, low elo focus, so going to be different goals there and different play styles. Thresh, nerf Thresh, hate Thresh. Lower his movement speed, E damage. That sounds great. For some reason Thresh is like the bane of my fucking existence, so definitely happy about that one. Trundle Support, yeah, I don't love seeing all the Trundle Support, so I like that. That's a good nerf. Lower the slow on his E, more at max rank. From 60 to 46, that's pretty substantial. And Varus nerf, that for sure. His AD, slight AD nerf, and his non-champ attack speed. Yes, to keep him from shoving so quick. Buffs. Mundo buffing his Q damage to monsters. And kind of tweaking how his ultimate heal works, but bonus HP instead of actually healing. Oh, but it also heals. I don't know. It's a little confusing how this one's written, but I kind of worry about that one. If it's truly a buff, I don't know that Mundo needs buffing for low elo, especially on his sustain. Darius, or excuse me, wow. Draven, ultimate hits on enemy champions that leave their current HP below Draven's current League of Draven stack count will execute them. I feel like that sounds bad. Don't know that it actually is awful, but it sounds bad. Well, he probably doesn't have that many stacks, so if their health has to be below that, maybe not, probably not awful. Buffing Gangplank, which is interesting because you're seeing fucking GP played all over the place in Pro now, when we hadn't seen him in a while, so not really sure why they're buffing him in the Pro focused. I think that's more to help him in lower elo, to be honest. Maybe get him played a bit more down here because so many pros have been playing. I'm not sure. Jinx lowering her mana cost of her Q. Don't love that one. Kaisa lowering the cooldown on her E, more max rank, so that should be okay because she's fallen off a little bit. It's only a couple seconds. So that one I don't hate. I mean, not that she's in a bad place, like half these champs I feel like don't need buffs, but I'd have to actually check the win rates and all that good stuff. I'm sorry, I know you guys are literally just seeing the top of my head right now. Doing the Nick Mercs. Cogmaw. Buff his E damage. AP. Scaling on his E. I mean, I don't see a lot of them. When I do see them, I feel like good Cogmaws are kind of a nuisance, but not anything crazy, so that should be fine. Misfortune, not sure why we're buffing her ultimate. Not the end of the world, but another one that's like, why? Morgana, lower the cooldown on her spell shield. Okay, that one's fine. I feel like that's probably pretty in line with a lot of similar abilities, so that seems like a good change. Singed R causes all damage to apply grievous wounds. What? Uh, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know. This seems like a little bit of a slippery slope, but we'll see how it plays out. Soraka's R clears grievous wounds from target. So from the whole team, I like that. Soraka needs some more love. I like that one. Talia Q casts on work ground, refund half the cooldown, but the radius decreases and the duration decreases. I guess I don't really play her enough and maybe seen her like, I don't know, once or twice all season. Excuse me. Twitch buffing the AD on his ult. Yeah, no, we don't need that one in low elo. Oh, it's gonna be an interesting month or so, I think. At least. Urgot decreased cooldown on his Q and the mana. No problems with that. That seems good. Yone buffing his W shield. I mean, another one I don't know that needs buff. You know, he's fairly easy to counter, at least with a lot of the champs I play. And how people play Yone at this elo. Excuse me, I know I literally keep popping out of frame. I'm awful. Yumi lower her cooldown on her passive. Yeah, like that's fine. I mean, are we gonna have somebody play Yumi at Worlds? Presumably not. So, it's another why. Zed passive now deals bonus damage against monsters. I'm trying to make Zed a fucking jungler next. Or just to help with objectives, maybe. Zoe lower the cooldown on her E. Yeah, yeah, I like that. Her win rate's not high. I think it's pretty low, probably actually. Well, that one seems good. Oh my god, this is awful. Just reading through Riot's decision making, it just like overloads my brain and makes me exhausted sometimes. I'm sure you guys understand how that is. Adjustments, Fizz. Passive damage reduction increase against basic champion attacks. His W is getting buffed. His R is getting nerfed. I don't know. Adjusted. Yep. Slight buff overall, maybe. I'm a little unclear on the back end here because I don't play Fizzy Boy. Kiana. Increasing her base attack speed, lowering her regen. Another deals bonus damage to monsters, and her E damage getting nerfed. Is Kiana that out of control right now? Lilia decreasing her regen. But she'll get more from killing large monsters. They buff her Q passive. and lower the E cooldown. Okay, so those seem like good changes. That's just to try and lower her viability in lane, I'm sure. Even though I feel like they were like promoting the idea of playing her in lane, so it's a little weird, sorry, that they would turn around and nerf her now, but they like to do that. They like to nerf all the champs. If they're jungle champs and they become viable in lane, just expect a nerf. The other way, it's fine. We can move half the champs in the game to jungle, but we don't want to take anybody from jungle. Because they want to force you to play jungle. Rumble attack speed change. It'll scale with your level. W cooldown basically fixes, or is fixed at 6 seconds now. And that's his shield. Okay. Yeah, that one's good. I mean, it'll weaken him a bit early game, but he'll scale harder late game now, so I like that one. And last but not least for now, I know this was not super thorough or in depth. I told you it just fries my brain trying to figure out what the hell we're doing here. Once we get the proper patch notes next week and have time to experiment, we'll do a follow-up and see how successful we think the changes were. So we could look forward to that one, and we'll try and have a better discussion around that. Down there, lowering his Q damage at max rank, and his W deals bonus damage against monsters. See, it seems like they're pushing them towards jungle. Especially when it's just generic monsters like that. I mean, I thought Talon should have been jungler all along, so... It's the roamers, right? Kiana, Talon, and... Well, Zed is a strange one. Zed is a very strange one to me, but... So, pretty much the consensus is going to be, I guess we'll wait and see. What we can do, right? I mean, they said this is the scarier one.